because we're just waiting for other persons. Currently, we have close to 140 participants are there. So we're just waiting for some of our friends to join. And then we'll start the snacks by 10:40. Good morning, teachers. Good morning, ma'am. As you all know, today we have all joined for the webinar on need for artificial intelligence in school education. So we will start this webinar now. So I heartily welcome the resource person, Dr.Doreen, ma'am. So I will also welcome the participants, the teachers who have taken your time of the busy schedule and being here for this webinar. So who we join with and start the webinar. Now I will give a small brief introduction about our resource person for the day today. So Dr. Doreen is the Director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. She received her BTech in Information Technology from Madras University, Chennai, and she has done her ME in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, and Ph.D. in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include parallel and distributed computing, peer-to-peer computing, grid computing, cloud computing, and big data analytics. Previous positions include as like a professor and head at Lilo ICAM College of Engineering Technology, Chennai, in the Department of Information Technology. She has also been an assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Chennai, and teaching research associate at the Department of Computer Science and University, Chennai, and assistant professor at the Department of IT at SN College of Engineering, Chennai. Published about 30 papers in international and national journals and conferences, and she is also a life member of ISTE. She is a reviewer of Computer Electrical Engineering Journal and Future Generation Computer Science Journal. She has been the resource person for the workshop on digital classroom, big data analytics using Hadoop, data science using Python, machine learning, deep learning, cognitive computing, software testing, blockchain technologies, cyber security, and cyber forensics. So as you all know, like what has happened is like ma'am is mostly handling most of the workshops. I have seen her in the past 1.5 years max. So like she's very active in conducting different types of webinars on artificial intelligence and everything across the country. Not only for Tamil Nadu, I've seen her like conducting workshops for different states and also for different types of learners, the adult learners, for colleges, students, and also for school teachers and everything. I'm sure today this webinar will definitely give a detailed insight about like what is AI and what is how it is going to help in school education and know a lot about artificial intelligence. And now, ma'am, I'll hand over the session to ma'am. Before that, I just want to tell we have made everybody as a participant in the webinar. I would request everyone, if you have any questions, you have a separate like Q&A is also is there, and you can also post it in the chat box. And if anybody want to like speak, you can just raise your hand. So we will unmute yourself and we will unmute, and then you can speak. Over to Dr. Robin. Once again, I welcome Robin. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Bashir sir. So it gives me immense pleasure to meet all the beautiful teachers, right? Today on the bright morning on December 8, 2021, almost at the end of the year. And we are so happy to meet you today for the workshop, or you call it as a webinar, a talk, all right, organized by Ratna Sagar, publications, The Need of AI in School Education. So I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. It is just loading.
It's loading. So before it is getting loaded, all right, I would like to ask a question to the participants. But always participants, you are all teachers, you tell, ma'am, we are always interested in asking questions rather than answering questions. Okay, whatever it is, that's okay. So what is the question for the day? You can give your answers on chat. All right. How are you today? Very simple question. How are you today? Thank you, Sarasu Maheshwaran. Sora ma'am, I don't know. You're fine. Thank you, Krishna Priya ma'am. Maria Shani ma'am. Yes, Ashraf. Yes, Shanti, Arokya Yoga. So good, so fine, so fine. You're great. See, awesome. Doing great. Fine. How are you? I'm fine, Smita ma'am. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Sneha ma'am. Good. Thank you, Kavya ma'am. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, Kamal sir. I'm good. So great to see so many people responding with the fraction of seconds. How about you? I'm nice, Ratna ma'am. Thank you, everybody. So when I see this question and so many of you answering, it's overwhelming. Always I have challenges being into resource person for students and for faculties, and I'm seeing so enthusiastic participants. All right, as Bashir said, whenever you are in need, because it will be an interactive session, I'll be asking questions, you could answer it along with which if you want to answer, you can just click a raise and then you can see. When I see all the answers on the chat, all right, I could see it's a super ma'am, it's a great day, great ma'am, fine, thank you. All right, everybody's think that smooth going, doing great, but when excellent, very cool, some of you have given fine, FNN, fine, all right, some of you have typed fine, FINE, some of you asked question me, awesome, oh great, very nice. So when I ask a very simple question, how are you today? It was a very simple question, but see how many different answers. Okay, so when you take AI, there is an algorithm that runs behind. See, if I say, when seeing your responses, I can say 100% is positive because most of you have given the output that you are doing really great. All right, so automizing our task. Now everything you want it to be automized, right? So automizing our task is one keyword that we could have it for artificial intelligence. Today, there is a dire need for the AI to be incorporated into the school education system. We'll see why and how. Listen to the talk very carefully. At the end, we are going to play a live quiz. We are going to see who's going to be the winner. Don't think it's not a bigger question. It's just a multiple choice question that we are going to play at the end. All right. So, okay. So I had been into teaching for a decade, and I'm closely associated with schools for more than 20 years. All right, in education system and administrative work and different parts. All right, and during this pandemic, okay, by the grace of God, myself, Doreen Robin, my husband is Renee Robin. We have trained more than 5,000 teachers around the world, we could say, to equip them digitally on how to take online classes. You know, we have started taking online classes after the pandemic, once the pandemic was going. And by this 2017, we have started evangelizing the need of digital teaching. But that time, the interest factor was less. But, you know, everybody, you are a digital teacher right now. You are a digital teacher right now. To start with this, I'm going to we are going to play a game. Okay, your task, can you see my screen? I hope you can see my screen. All right. Okay, you will be given 25 seconds. The 25 minute seconds timer will load on. You need to sequentially arrange. You have to find, there are numbers between 1 to 25. You need to find where is 1, where is 2, where is 3 till 25. 25 seconds will be given at the end. You should be very true to your heart, mind and soul, and put it on the chat box how many you have started, how many you are able to find it out. Here we go with the timer. You need to sequentially find it out. It's not arranged in the same order. It's in here, there. Yeah, the time is over. Okay, let's see on to the chat, not on the question answers. How many numbers you're able to find? Thank you, Kavya ma'am. 20, 19, 22. Yes, others. I want everybody. We have, I think, 177 participants right now. 24. Thank you, sir. You're very fast. Okay. 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 So many of you have given so many different answers. I want one or two to unmute and share your experience. What was, when you were trying to find the numbers, what was your experience? You can click raise hands. I think Bashir would be able to unmute. Like one or two, only two. What was your experience? Or you can put it on the chat also. Let's be a little quick. We have more to explore. The way you come in will not be the way that you go out. You are going to explore a lot. Yes. How was your experience? At least a few on the chat. Good experience, was very cautious, curious. Color was a distraction. Yes, it was wantedly given the color to be a distractor. If it is all arranged in one single color, right, with more than less than 25 seconds, you'll be able to connect. So it has some part. It was eager to complete quickly. Yes, understanding. Great experience, Malati ma'am. Okay, thank you all. So the numbers in yellow were little difficult to recognize this quickly. Yeah, less time. Their time is less. Okay, whether any numbers are missing, we find no, 6 is definitely not there. See, the thing is there, but what we think, it is not, that only comes to our mind first. They exactly said it was different colors, so it was difficult to remind all numbers in order. Time is less. Okay, felt like kids. Thank you. So every session, like for this next 1.5 session, I'm going to be a resource person. And thank you all wonderful participants. faculties, okay, you are doing an amazing job. With with the right attitude, most situations are winnable, even the ones that at first may seem impossible. And I was interacting with more than, like told, like 5,000 faculties. I had different sets and I was training them. Some of them, you don't know, they don't know even how to open an email, nothing. But eventually, passion for teaching was more, and everybody, they got into it. And now, entire, most of them are excellent digital teachers. All right. Some of the time, when you started with the pandemic, when you are asked to take an online classes, because most of your computer teachers, it is fine with you. For many teachers, they should have interacted. I don't know how am I going to do. I don't know anything about computer. I use my mobile only for calling and offing. I don't use it for anything. But with the right attitude, most of them are explore different ventures, and everybody, we were able to do it. I will not say it's 100%, though I am a digital trainer and being a data scientist, I don't say 100% teaching, but this pandemic was not able to affect the academics of the students when it was taken perfectly. So with the right attitude, most, even we say why AI, already the syllabus is where even today many of them are invited. You know how much work I have, but still you are all come here to learn something, okay, and more. Okay, to learn more, which equips our brain. So here you said it was taking some time for me to find it out. So this is the next game that you're going to play. Then we gradually we will move on to the need of AI. Okay, I'll be showing a picture where it will contain, and will have the boxes. It will contain the words. You should read the color of the word, not the word. Say, for example, if the word is green, but the word green is typed in blue, you should not read as green, you should read as blue. You should read the color of the word, but not the word. From the first to the last, and from last to the first. All right? All right? You able to understand? You'll be given 30 seconds. Any questions? You should read the color of the word, but not the word. Is it okay? Any doubts? Shall we move on to this game now? Yes? Clear, clear, clear. Thank you, thank you. Nice to see enthusiastic. Here we go. Just 30 seconds. Not the word. Remember, you have to read the color of the word. Not the word, color of the word. Here we go. Yeah, the timer starts now. Yes. You should not read yellow. You should read it as green, then red, then blue. You have to start from here. You have to move till the end. And again, from the end, you have to move to the first. Ten. From yellow, blue, orange, those color of the word. Then you have to again start from this green, red, yellow, purple, red. 2 and 1. Yes, the time is over. And how was your experience? How many of you able to complete it? Done. Very good, Geeta ma'am. Fine. You need not tell. Enjoyed. Yes, I want any one or two, because it's only a chatting session. I will complete it from first to last. Thank you. But from last to first, it was a little difficult. Okay. Can one or two click raise hand so that you can share? They will unmute your mic. Really super. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to concentrate. Yeah. What was the color? But what comes to your mind first? What was coming to your mind first? Either the word or the color? The word, not the color. Exactly. Yes. Anybody would like to share your experience of these two games? If you could click. Talk to ourselves. Difficult to read. All right. For some, it's an interesting memory game. Myself, ma'am. Yes, Kalavati, ma'am. Bashir, can you unmute for her? Need more concentration, being conscious. Yes. This is what is basically needed, right? Even our faculties, we don't know what is happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I unmuted. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you say your
You
name?
got raised hand. I just unmuted.
Yeah, Vanishri ma'am. Yes, please.
Vanishri ma'am. Yeah, I unmuted it.
How was it?
Ma'am, Vanishri ma'am, you can now speak, ma'am. Okay, Ramadevi, I unlocked, like unmuted yours also, so you can speak now. Hello. Hello, Ramadevi ma'am and Vanishri ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Here we go.
We can just able to. I am able to read from the first to last, ma'am. I could not come from the reverse. And
how was your
little
experience?
Interesting game, ma'am.
It's an interesting. What was your experience?
Be very conscious, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. Sometimes I ask the participants to speak so that it will be even more interactive. So likewise, even for the classrooms, whether you take an online classroom or offline classroom, more than the subject, making the students want to be intertwined. At the end of it, I'll share my YouTube channel, a lot of things that I've shared for school teachers. Maybe it will be useful. So STAR is what I always take whenever I teach to teaching faculties or colleges or corporates or whatever it is. You have to define the situation, the task, the action, and the result. What is the situation that we're dealing with now today? Is Vanishri ma'am, would you like to share? Vanishri ma'am,
is Joanna there?
Yeah, I just wanted to hear regarding the colors game. So in that, what I felt was I didn't see the whole word. The top portion and the bottom portion, I did not look into it. I just saw the middle of the word, so that I don't concentrate on the word. I can concentrate only on the color. So this is how I acted. Yeah. So I was able to read.
Thank you for the technique. Thank you. So this is what we share experience. We cannot buy experience outside. I've conducted like this many games to many sessions online or physical events. I always start with some kind of activity. So I always love conducting so that it brings into tempo of the participants. So today our topic is the need for AI in school education. Okay, there is a dire need for it. That is a situation because everything is automized, right? Initially, we were taking classes at classrooms. Okay, students were running towards us. But during this pandemic, like we are going into each houses. Not only the students were listening to the talk, but who were listening to the talk? When I speak in parents' just meeting, they say the father, the mother, the grandfather, grandmother, everybody, they listen to your teaching. How many of you experienced it? Ma'am, wait, don't change the slide. My daughter has to write this now. Yes, suddenly if you change, right? Okay. Yes, parents, yes, don't do this. They'll be eating but see, it is like we going before when the early stage of education, the children will be staying with the guru to learn. And then students mind of school came and the whole family, even the other family also, you have experienced it, grandmothers, everybody, right? And it was really a very, very difficult situation. But here we ask us to share the content immediately. Yes, immediately post it on Google Classroom, on Zoom, or whatever the tool that you use it. Okay, grandmothers, grandfathers. And one experience with my school, and the one of the parents, she said, I used to study well. I didn't get a chance to learn in an English medium school because we have set it up right on 2017, it's of the digital classroom. So when the pandemic started, immediately we were able to shift it to the digital classrooms. I didn't learn in an English medium school. I have learned a lot of grammars during this pandemic because it is an online teaching. So yeah, I think as every one of you share, there are a lot of what do I say? There's a lot of experience. So situation, we had pandemic, our task is to teach. We equipped ourselves a result to the maximum we were able to teach during the pandemic. Now we are going to see there is a need of AI. How was your experience? Which one you like the most, virtual class or real classroom? The positives and the negatives. Parents are telling I am learning. They have told you also. Thank you, Maria Shalini ma'am. Yes. Any experience of online teaching, real classroom? Yeah, everyone, we love real classroom, but still today we are in a webinar and we are interactive so much. Like real classes, yes, both. Real-time classes, yes, yes. We have a lot of things. Real classroom is the best way. There is no other thing. But anything, it's the transferring of knowledge. Both have different kinds of challenge. Exactly said Loganathan, sir. Mechanically present, physically absent. Yes, yes. Thank you for completing classes. Real classroom is better. Physical classroom, real is more equipped. It gives digital knowledge. Thank you, Anu Jesus, ma'am. Okay. See, when every time we teach students and they learn it, right? But it is mostly it's automizing the task. We can analyze circuits and like the both. Okay, for computer science, which see one student I was speaking with them, ma'am, you know, ma'am, I've learned for so many years. I don't know how was Valley Dam. I was thinking about it when the teacher was able to picturize onto the classes. I was able to understand this is how the valley was very small child, and he called me and spoke. I was able to understand how the valley looks like. You know, the pictures and the slides and the presentation made by the teachers was more. By conducting online class, we learned a lot. You have learned a lot. Students have learned a lot without any syllabus. Without any syllabus, how do you equip yourselves, right? We got confident that we are teaching as a whole family. It is in front of us. Yeah, that needs a lot of confidence. Yes, each classes have got their pros and cons to visualize it. More than that, how are we going to take to the class? It is in the hands of teachers. When I do a parents counseling or students counseling, yeah, teachers become a good content developer. Exactly said Marathi ma'am. Sorry, Kalavati ma'am. I always say, whatever is the board that you belong to, it's state board or CBSE, IGSE or IB or whatever it is, it is all in the hands of teachers who's transferring the knowledge to the students in an effective manner. What a teacher is more important than what he teaches. How many of you agree? The students will forget whatever we teach, but they will never forget how you make them in the classrooms. So sometimes we get complaints, ma'am, this parent, this stuff is partial, this is partial. So a lot of things we need to handle. All the 40 students are not the same. What a teacher is more important than what he teaches. What type of teacher you are? How do you define what kind of teacher you are? What kind of teacher? Hardworking? Can I have some answers, please? Don't think because I always have a session like this. What kind of teacher you are? Easy to approach, practical oriented, friendly teacher. Thank you. Interactive. Thank you, Javid. Jisma ma'am.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Cool teacher, smart teacher, dynamic teacher, caring teacher. See, only you can. It's easy. Okay. Friendly teacher, smart and interactive, good approachable teacher, student-centered teacher. Okay. Inspired teacher. Okay. So what is the need of the world right now? Okay, digital teacher, thank you. Motivating, friendly teacher. Okay, how many of you say that you are a hardworking teacher? You can click hands or you can show. I don't know. I'm not able to view you. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you say you are hardworking teachers, right? You're all hardworking teachers. Most of us, we say we are hardworking teacher. Okay. Second category. Okay. Second category. How many of you we say hardly working teacher? So you see, right? You know, I'm doing so much of trust, but some teachers there, you know the difference between hard working and hardly working, as rightly said by Kokila ma'am. Okay, yes, it is smart working teacher. Not you. I'm not saying hardly working. Sometimes we feel like that particular teacher is hardly working. You know how much work I do. Okay, we think of different kind of teachers. You are all a smart teachers. That is what you're smart enough. Even you know now the school is going on. In spite of so many of your schedule, you have categorized yourself to listen to this talk. Why there is a need of AI? Every minute that you're going to spend will not be a waste for you, because through you thousands and thousands and thousands of students will be truly trained in this year and coming years to come. All right. Teaching is the one profession that creates all the other professions. Okay, which category of teaching profession creates all other professions? Answers on chat, please. Which teaching profession? Every sector we've got different teaching professions, right? Which teaching profession? It is the school teaching. Yes, you teach in school. You have to visualize. Now I'm seeing this child in standard 1. Okay, imagine after 25 years, how the child will be. How 30 years. I always visualize that when I go and speak to students, right? Whenever, sometimes we see, right, in my experience, we have a school, it's founded by my parents in Bethel Matriculation School, I never, okay, and global school, right? So whenever we see in our experience, we see, right, students were average or less average are the ones who shine in their life a lot for a bigger position. How many of you have experienced it? Even the toppers, they will come up, but more smarter are the average students. That is what I understand. Experienced teachers, you would be able to share on to this. Sometimes we see this boy, we always see this is the worst batch ever seen, this and that. I know what you're going to do. We don't know. Yes, thank you, Sumit, ma'am. So some students know. We had one student called Koti. Okay, he always used to stand outside the principal's room for doing something or the other. He was one of the naughtiest boy. Okay, and then once he passed out of a school so many years, and once myself and my mom, we went for a shopping in Madarsa. That time he came and told, ma'am, I'm a security engineer for 5 MNCs, ma'am. We were not able to recognize. Then he said, ma'am, Koti used to stand outside your room for every time, and now he's in a very big position. Yes, teaching as school teachers, you have got, they're best in everything. As school teachers, you are the one who create professionals like accountants, doctors, politicians, presidents, business, firefighters, everyone. Wherein in this current scenario, within the next 5 to 10 years or 20 years, everything is going to involve AI. That is why there is a need for AI to be educated in the school. That is why this seminar is also being organized. That is what the seminar is also being organized by Ratna Sagar publications. Okay, artificial intelligence is the fuel that will run the future technology. Whatever technology, you see doctors taking virtual. Have you ever seen doctors taking for video calls to treat patients? You remember we used to wait for hours together to meet. But now this digital technology has made everything to be automized. Okay, everything was possible using technology. The key here is educating the youth. The youth in artificial intelligence and machine learning, since they're going to run the economy of our country with the GDP in the future, and school have a major role in playing this. School, you are the teachers, and you have got so many. I've seen the registration. There are principals attending from different parts, from Tirunelveli, Nagarkoil, Thoothukudi, Madurai, many places, from Chennai also. I'm so happy to see all the people registered for the course. Sorry, for this webinar. They are assisted by specialized AI curriculum for schools. Listen to the session very carefully. I'll be driving you out step by step, and what are the curriculum, what it is going to happen in the future, and how is that you need to equip, and what are the challenges that you're going to face accordingly, and what is the kind of training that we as teachers need to equip ourselves. Okay, when you want to drive a car, you need either petrol or diesel. When we want to run our own body, we need food, good food to drink, right? Sorry, good food to eat. Okay, so artificial intelligence is going to run the future technology, wherein there's a dire need for the school curriculum to incorporate artificial intelligence right from a small module and enhancing it at the end of the school education. All right. So when we take KG students, we teach alphabets. Okay, when they come to a higher classes, 3 words, so 3-letter word, 4-letter word, gradually move them into sentences, and then it picks up. So same way is how the curriculum for AI should also be moduled. Some schools, they started right from standard 1. Right from standard 1, it is possible. I tried with the right attitude. Most of the things which seems doesn't possible will be possible once it is approached with the right attitude. All right, so this is the need, because it's going to be the fuel. For a simple car to run, you need a fuel. For ourselves to live in this world, we need correct fuel, the correct food to eat. For the students of your school to get accomplished in the future and to overcome of all the difficulties, because everything is technology enabled, artificial intelligence is the fuel that will run the future. technology. So some of you would have known about artificial intelligence. So throughout my talk, I've taken some case studies, some videos to understand. Okay, so what is AI? Okay, artificial. I posted about this talk on LinkedIn. Okay, this talk on LinkedIn, because I've got almost 2,000 or 3,000 followers over there, contacts over there. So every time when I come, I post into this Facebook, Instagram, and I personally also sent messages to people. Okay, so they always, people say I am also posting, sharing this content onto my YouTube channel. I've got like more than 2,000 some time of subscribers. They always say, whenever you come online for any talk, just post it on, because they will find some time to get it out. Okay, so artificial intelligence, the machine is being capable of carrying out a task in a smarter way. Okay, it covers anything which enables a computer to behave like humans. Are we using it from today morning till now? Using technology, can you share on the chat anything that has been optimized with less human intervention? Any of your tasks that you do at home, machines are able to carry out. It's not only computer, some machines are able to carry out a work in a smarter way. It covers anything that enables the computers to behave like school bell. Thank you for the answer, which means that's a small technology in you have predefined. Washing machine, exactly said Edith. Okay, biometric, exactly. The e-newspaper, washing machine, Alexa. I'll be coming to Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant. A coffee maker. See, this is how we want to reach to the students. What are the applications? Micro oven, exactly said. See, now you are able to see same thing. Even the students will be able to say. Okay, video doors. All right. So artificial intelligence is the machine being capable to run out the task. Smart voice recognizer, exactly said. Google Assistant, I'll be coming on to that. Okay, it covers anything where you take a TV, you take a smart TV, you can just speak it out and then it comes. Okay, you can speak it out, then you can see what it has been. If what you speak it into self-driving cars. Yes, we'll be coming out with wonderful teachers, wonderful. So artificial intelligence is the most significant development of this modern era. But I'll tell you in the coming slides when this word was coined, who coined it. Okay, the solution to every problem involves a big data set in every industry. Before which when students come late to school, always they say, right, ma'am, on road traffic, ma'am, that is what I was late. But when it came to virtual classes, what is the students say? No, network problem, network traffic. Anytime they say some traffic or the other. All right. The solution to every problem was a big data set. You see, we have a big data set. As one faculty rightly said, you are digitally equipped and you've got a lot of digital contents. Young people must understand AI and its effects on society and people. It has got how AI is used. There are many technological tools. Okay, and one survey says, because you're school teachers and we are also into the school curriculum, some students' mentality have changed, maybe not onto right path because of using a lot of digital technology. And I'm very sorry that so many things we see on the news which is not so promising or good to hear. All right, so as teachers, you are like second mother, parents to the children. When you speak, the students will be able to understand, and you are the one who feeds things to them, not only the academics and everything. Young people must understand AI. That is the most needed of it. Okay, and its effects on people and society. The effect could be a good and also could be adverse. That is where you play a vital role. You are not only teaching, you are principals and you are leading the schools, your school teachers. You are nurturing the future of the students in their character, their behavior, their attitudes, their emotions. All right. Yes, students should know why intelligence is given to machines. Yes, exactly said. So they should have the ability to use and big data to solve challenges. There was a girl who was seeing that bees are being killed to take honey. She has made an equipment to save the bees and only take the honey. There was a boy in standard 11th who had made a hearing equipment. See, there are school students, they didn't go for any courses to learn about embedded technology, they're able to do. So I will always say, more than the teachers, the students are smart enough right now in this era. How many of you agree to this? students are very smart than the teachers. Yes? How many of you agree to it? Absolutely. They know many. But only thing as you and me, what we should do, we should curate them in a correct path because Google is there. Everything is there. They'll be able to capture more things. But you need to give tasks and things and clear them. This is what it could be done. Okay. Yes, most of you are agreeing to it. Thank you. Artificial intelligence curriculum must incorporate ethics to meet maximum learning goals. So as teachers, you know the pedagogy of teaching, offers a particular subject, how to read. Okay, in the AI curriculum must incorporate ethics to meet the maximum learning goals. May learn from the regular use of smart, and it's not only using computer. You can incorporate AI in English. I was seeing one of the applications, right? And the pronunciation, they come for the school and also the company. All right, when you pronounce a word, and that software will have all computers, and if you are not going to pronounce the word correctly, there is a voice recognition software which captures the voice of the kid and it repeats them, and until the child is going to speak the correct pronunciation. Hotel. Okay, it's not hotel, hotel. And until the child, so it is a training process given by. And also when you take into science, you see plant disease. What is the level of disease? It could be done using AI. When you take history and geography, you can see how usually in a 3D effect, how it is going to be visualized. Taj Mahal. You take maths, plentiful applications. I always say maths is not only the maths that you teach. You need to teach applications to the students. How if differential class, why do you learn differential calculus? Where it has been used from a real-time example, moving into the subject. Therein you can use AI, where it automizes the task. They can start building applications using coding. Any languages, every subject will be AI is not an individual subject. It should be incorporated into the different subjects the students are learning, which in build they'll be able to understand the use of technology. And they are also whether everybody, do you use WhatsApp? Do you use WhatsApp? Yes or no? WhatsApp? Yes, everybody use. You use Facebook, Instagram? Yes, of course, of course. Whether we went to any workshop to learn how to use WhatsApp or to use Facebook? Yes or no? No, but still you're using it, right? Okay, you are all still using it with no trainers, The same way AI is also but AI needs some kind of training. Only way, how are we going to use it to the curriculum, the level of the students to understand, and how it is going to reach. It all started in 1950s. AI, we are doing it in 2021. We're almost the end. We are approaching into 2022, all right. Artificial intelligence, earlier it started in 1950, it was coined by John McCarthy. Okay, and now from 2020, it's then early AI stirs excitement, then ML begins to flourish. Deep learning drives the AI boom with reinforced learning. I don't want to go more into the technology. This is how it has been going. And more than analyzing the data, that is maths, statistics, and visualization, EDA. It stands for exploratory data analysis. Okay, can I ask you all which board you belong to on the chat, whether it's metric or state or CBSE or IB? Yes, thank you, Kokila ma'am. CBSE. Yes, matriculation, state. Okay, most of you are from CBSE. Okay, we have CBSE computer science teachers here. If you're a computer science CBSE teacher, yes, CS. Okay, whether AI is incorporated in your curriculum, can one of you could unmute and share what kind of AI is incorporated into the curriculum of CBSE schools? Yes or no? It's not been incorporated. If one of you could click your raise hands, and then if you could share, it will be better. You are not using?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
I
not.
will mute them.
Yeah. Python and AI are taught in senior. Secondly, thank you, Lognathan sir. Yes. There is a dire need. Oh, we teach, yeah, mobile app, Word, Excel, every school. We started teaching only Python state. Yes. Yes, Preeti. Yes, Preeti, please.
Yeah, Preeti ma'am. Yeah.
Preeti ma'am and Ishwari Jayaraman ma'am. Yes, please. First, we'll go with Preeti ma'am. Can you quickly unmute and speak? Okay. Next, we move on to Ishwari ma'am. Ishwari ma'am, can you unmute? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Preeti ma'am and Ishwari ma'am and the Little Kingdom, I didn't see. Okay, they lowered the hand.
Okay.
So we have unmuted yourself. Like we have allowed the first shot. You can please unmute and speak. I can see Raj sir. So I am allowed to talk. Yes, sir, you can speak now.
Yes, Raj sir, you are unmuted. Can you please speak?
Hello. From next year, we are planning to incorporate this artificial intelligence
into your school. Okay.
Yeah.
Next year.
It's Green Valley School.
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You are
ma'am.
audible.
You're audible, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
You are audible, ma'am.
Hello, Mr. Jayaraman.
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
am I audible? Please let
Yes,
me
ma'am, you're
know
audible, ma'am.
whether
Yeah, you're
am I
audible, ma'am.
audible.
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
I'm an AA teacher.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, please go ahead. We're able to hear. You're an AA teacher?
I'm an AA teacher. I'm teaching AA for the past 2 years, and CBSE has introduced AA as an optional subject. We have application for 6th standard to 10th standard, and 11th and 12th we applied. I am one teacher and another teacher also teaching AI and robotic also. A combination of AI and robotics we are teaching. And very interesting. We are doing coding also. We are doing with the Scratch and picture box or something like that, and children are able to do projects, and children are enjoying this AI classes and robotic classes, and our children are aspiring to become an AI engineer, and they wanted to do wonderful things with AI, and we are planning to have a robotic teacher in our school. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ishwari ma'am. So now we all know about AI.
Ma'am, so sorry to interrupt, ma'am. We have Mahalakshmi ma'am also who is want to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just take a minute, Mahalakshmi ma'am.
This is Mahalakshmi.
Yes.
Actually, I am belonging to CBSE school. We have introduced AI for this year. We have introduced that as a skill subject, and I'm teaching for 11th standard. Now we have come across machine learning and all. And the next year, the students should do a project on AI. Need to topic they must take and do a project.
Okay, well done.
I see some guidance regarding that.
Thank you, Mahalakshmi ma'am. So it is possible to teach AI any computer teacher. I will not say exactly yes. Some of you would have not learned about it. I always say we need to go on for a training. Okay, WhatsApp and Facebook will be able to use it, but teaching the content to the students, whatever you say correct, it goes to the student correctly. Okay, we need to get yourself equipped onto training of the teachers on proper AI technology, how is to be used, mostly hands-on session. That is what our company are all there to help people to train on perfect AI teaching. Once you get trained perfectly onto AI, then you'll be able to deliver it to the students. Okay, because we would have not learned this in your curriculum, and once it is incorporated, once we are clear and crisp, I don't say you cannot learn everything from Google or the network, internet, you can do it. But do we all learn a school in an internet? No, we all put our children into a school to learn it, right? Same way, I always say teaching, we have a live session or a physical session, not only with our institution, wherever we need to train ourselves perfectly, because through you per year, if you're going to take 40 students, and if you're going to take 4 classes, 160 students will be, almost 200 students will be impacted every year. Imagine after 10 years, how many students? One word if you speak wrong, so they will not take it. So proper training is needed. Yes, yes, definitely will help you, ma'am. Rosie ma'am will share the contacts. Okay. So Google Lens. How many of you have used Google Lens? How many of you have used Google Lens? Yes. So AI powered technology that uses your smartphone. Can you see my smartphone? Okay, your smartphone camera and deep machine learning not only to detect objects in front of your camera lens, but also offers actions such as scanning, translation, shopping, and much more. Okay, and also much more. Some of you have used it. Okay, for some of you may be new to it. Okay, when you take your mobiles, okay, and if you have a Google search, I will show it from my mobile. Can you see the Google? Can you see Google here? You will see a lens kind onto the top left, end, right end. I want everybody to click it on. Open your mobiles. Okay. And then what are the things that, then your camera will open like this. Can you see? Your cameras will open like this. This is on when you use Google app onto the right. Onto the right of the search, you will see like an camera kind of box. Click it on. Okay, click it on, then it opens. It will be able to take a picture of a SSID sticker on the back of Wi-Fi, and automatically when you scan it on, your mobile or your system will be connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, it will be connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, no more crawling on the cupboard, reading it, typing it, just scan it, you can do it. Okay, you can you using Google Lens, you can point and shoot anything. Some of you would have experienced it. You can also use translation. When you go to different places, just open Google Lens, show it, it will do the translation. Smart test selection. I will again tell you, open your mobile, go open the Google app. Google app. Onto the top here, right end here, you will see a small box with a dot in the end, middle. I don't know whether you are able to see. Click it on, a lens opens like this. A lens opens like this. Okay, just keep it as such. Okay, you can do Google homework questions, search around, shopping, everything. How AI is used in Google Lens? Okay, how AI is used in Google Lens. Just click, you can just scan on the noodles or the menu card. And underneath, you will have an option called dining. Can you see down? Dining, places, shopping, homework, search, text. You can go into click on dining. Just search one of the menu cards. It will tell you, when you click on the menu card, it will directly capture all the words, and whatever the words from my nearest position, what is available, it will show. Okay, so we should be very careful. First, we have tried with dining. So next to my place, there is a ice cream shop. So it is showing there is a shop where they sell these things. So it's showing those places. All right. Now, can you again open it and click on places, and then open down, select places. See, I will be getting it. It's College of Engineering, Gindi, the Anna University. Okay. Okay. You will get the different matches. Okay. When you click, when you scan to this, if you want to buy, if you click on shopping and then click on this image, okay, it will show you it's a Logitech camera, where to buy, what is the price of it. Can you see? You can also see when you, if you are experiencing it. Okay. So this is how you can do a translation. Any Japanese word you can translate. Okay, for some of you, you should have used Google Lens. Yes, Maria Shalini ma'am. Some of you, it would be new. Okay, I hope you would have experienced something little new using Google Lenses. Okay, thank you. there are three types of AI, okay? The weak AI, the strong AI, and the specialized AI. I repeat it, weak AI, strong AI, and it's new to me. Thank you, SJISRPJ. I don't know if you could put your name, it would be nice. Yeah, happy to see your experiences. It's very nice. Thank you, St. Joseph. So I don't know if you could, it's very nice. Hyphen, put your name, so I'd be able to spell out your name. Thank you, Princey ma'am. It is easy to copy text. Yes, definitely. Very nice to learn. Yes, I've got so many things. Just I want to show a demo. So I selected Google Lens because it's a powerful AI tool. Okay, so a weak AI. Okay, this type of AI is to create a simulation of human minds and interaction. But these robots have got predefined commands and response. When you go to the class, we say stand up means the students will stand up. But this era, I don't know. Sit down, they do sit down. So only according to the commands they work on it. Okay. Likewise, these robots don't understand the commands, but sometimes students know reluctantly they come, they go. Try translation, very useful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So most of you are trying and you are exploring. I'm happy. Okay, so this type weak AI means there is predefined commands and responses. All right, they don't understand the commands or but they retrieve the approaches to the responses. Okay, like there are many things like some of you told, right? Google, Siri. Oh, tried with your wristwatch. Thank you, Arunam, the pricing for shopping. So Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa. Okay, these are examples of weak AI. I repeat it, where you need to give a command and then it works. Okay, where you need to give a command and then it works. So now listen to the video very carefully. How many of you have used Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistants? You can put onto the chat. Listen to this video. At the end of it, you can say which one is better or what is that you understand from this video. But I emphasize it. Listen to the video very clearly.
Hey guys, so Apple, Amazon, and Google all have voice-enabled speakers.
Apple,
so we
Amazon,
thought it would
and
be really fun to see how each one compares.
Can you see
so
Google Assistant?
We're going to ask each speaker 3 questions, and we'll just cut to the answer to see how they respond. Now, there's not going to be an official winner at the end of this, but it will give you a better sense of how they react to general everyday questions. First up, we're going to ask each assistant to play calming music. Hey Siri, play me some calming music.
Okay, here's chill music. Picked just for you. Here's a station for calming music, classical focus from Amazon Music.
Classical.
Okay, here's a Spotify playlist called Calming Christian.
As you can see, all 3 assistants were able to play calming music, although Google Assistant specifically chose calming Christian music, which I didn't specify, but still they're all able to choose different themes, different styles of music, as well as specific songs and musicians.
But when you understand from this, you need to give a comment and then only it can respond. It cannot do anything automatically. Okay, that is where we specify it is an example of weak AI.
Next up, we're going to ask each one to set a reminder. Hey Siri, remind me to call the vet tomorrow.
Okay, I added call the vet to the reminders for tomorrow at 9 a.m. What time tomorrow should I remind you?
Noon, please.
Okay, I'll remind you tomorrow at noon. Okay, I'll remind you tomorrow at 8 a.m.
I like that all 3 assistants let you make reminders, but Siri and the Google Assistant default to specific times, whereas Alexa actually asks you when you'd like to be reminded. So you may have noticed that in the previous shot, the lights behind me were turned on. We've turned them off to see how each assistant can respond and if it's able to actually turn the lights on. Hey Siri, turn on the kitchen lights.
Okay. Okay. Sure, turning 4 lights on.
Okay. So some of you have answered that you are using Alexa, but each of them, what was your experience from this video? You can put the answers on chat. So some of them it played common Christian music when the music was asked. When you want to make a reminder, like Amazon was very clear on what time you want the reminder to be on. So these are some examples of weak AI. These are some examples of weak AI. I know most of you would have known about Vinisha Uma Shankar, right? She's the youngest finalist for the For what? For what? The solar ironing, without, because you know a lot of trees are being taken down and to make the coal to make it to work. But this girl, she's just a class 8 girl. How great was her invention, and she's speaking in you, and also you check it out on the YouTube about her talk. So she's a finalist. Okay, I know it is getting some time. Okay, it's under the hourglass. So we need sustainable. I will also speak about sustainable goal development goals. Okay, she's the inventor of the solar powered iron car. So I was just wondering how the students are inspired, right? How the students are inspired in developing new technologies and doing things. She delivered an extraordinary speech. Yeah, she said, what is that you do? You keep speaking, but you're not putting things into action. That is what she boldly spoken out of the at a nutshell. Okay, you are speaking, but what are you doing? Am I right, Mahalakshmi ma'am? Okay, this is the solar power iron card that she has made. And you, after the end of it, you can share these things to your students. I always have a talk on my YouTube channel, how to start classes, what are the different methodologies to take classes. The first 3 minutes is very important. That's not my topic.
Power the iron. Venetia's invention can eliminate the use of charcoal as a sustainable source of energy.
In most developing countries, trees are cut down and burned to make charcoal in thousands of tons. That's why I innovated the solar iron cart to eliminate the hazardous usage of charcoal.
Venetia is studying in the 8th grade, and the idea for a solar iron cart struck her as she was coming back from school one day. After some research, Venetia found the environmental hazards of charcoal smoke. Realizing the bad effects of charcoal on the planet, she invented the solar ironing cart. You'd be surprised to hear that her invention holds the potential to stop a 300-year-old practice of ironing clothes.
Over a period of time, charcoal pollutes air, water, and land, reduces the habitats of animals, birds, insects, and bees, affects agricultural output, intensifies climate change, and magnifies global warming worldwide.
For her mind-blowing invention,
see how students are inventing, right? They are good in invention. Sharing these stories to your students will be really inspirational for them to think. Sometimes, see, she was just going after the school, and that inspired, and now she's known worldwide. Okay, so just I want to share this instance so that when you are the one who was speaking with the lot of students, okay, you are many schools have come, and almost we have 190 plus people. Some of you have heard about Venetia, some of them you would have not heard about Venetia. Everything we cannot learn it, right? But this insight, you just go and share it with the students, and they will have something even more innovative than Venetia. Okay, we have seen about BKI where there's a predefined comments and response. Now coming into strong AI, the robots can perform on the task on their own. There is no need for any kind of supervision, and they are programmed to do that. As some schools, when you say that you're from CBSE school, I will also be thankful when you tell the name of your school for the next question being asked. Okay, or those who have spoken, put it onto the chat from which school you belong to. Ishwar ma'am and Preeti ma'am and so many of you spoke, right? And this type of AI is used in humanoid robots, okay, which senses with the environment and they do what this is all. It's a stronger AI where it will automatically do the task sensing from the environment. I don't know, some of you would have known about that video. I can share it with my children. Yes, you can definitely share it in YouTube. You have got a lot of videos about Venita, right, Venetia? And how many of you know about Sophia the robot? I don't know. I will share it with you. Robotic surgeries, you know, nowadays people are not coming near to COVID patients to compute, to perform the operation. There is a robotic surgery. Sometimes your students will become doctors when they are AI enabled. It is going to be adding further to even if they're going to be a commerce students. Yes, computers playing a vital role in the financial industry. If you're going to be a computer engineer or an electrical engineer or whatever it is, any domain, okay, any domain, it is more useful. Self-driving cars, some of you told, it's an example of strong AI. It senses the environment with no human interaction. It will start working on its own. Okay, It will sense, see, driverless car. Okay, these things are coming, right? And this is one of the example of strong AI. Galileo. You can see where AI is being used. You can
It's crucial if we want to get what we call lane level accuracy, because we need to know for sure that the car is in a certain lane.
It's compatible with all satellites. So the more satellites you have, the better.
And Galileo is also able to provide robust positioning by the upcoming possibility of authenticating position in time through navigation message authentication first and spreading code encryption soon after.
Galileo provides better position accuracy, but also provides better signal integrity, and that's fundamental to deploy autonomous vehicles in public roads.
okay. So you can find it out how it has been used. Okay, it senses where our computer vision technology works. Once we feed our children in the school itself, nowadays, you know, the most trending in the engineering field is AI and data science course. Okay, the data science course is what some of your kids or your non-children, if they are studying in engineering, there is a huge demand for AI and DS course. Anybody experienced it? Any of them have spoken about it? I want this course. Before it was computer science, and then, but now there is a special engineering course for AI and DS, and also in BSc, and every stream there is a talk of it. This is Sophia, the robot. She has passport and visa too. She's been treated as a citizen rather. It is developed in Hanson Robotics. Hanson Robotics. It was developed. Big data science course. Yes, Kavita ma'am.
Wow, I am so excited about this next session. I cannot even begin to express my joy. She's familiar to you. You are familiar to her. Tons of videos on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Sophia. Come on, now we can have a more human reaction to that.
It's a humanoid robot.
Wow, whistles, claps, applause, go crazy, guys.
It's a humanoid robot. It's a humanoid robot. It comes under strong AI, and it can interact with people without any human intervention. Yes, citizenship of a country. Yes, exactly said. Yes, Soundarya ma'am. Thank you. You are also responding with your name, so it's easy to spell out your name.
By Southwest Festival in mid-March of 2016, Austin, Texas, United States. She's saying hi, everyone. Sophia is able to display more than 50 facial expressions.
Yes.
At the Future Investment Summit 2017 in Riyadh, Sophia was granted Saudi Arabian citizenship.
It is scanning it. Can you see? It is rotating its eyes, and also it's gear.
Oh. It was in the year 2007. Kubra said. Kubra is Kubra. He's going to be talking.
Kubra, nice to see you here.
See, nobody's
Please pardon my expressions, but hey, hi. So tell me, this is your first visit to Kochi. What are your impressions?
I love all the people I've met so far. This is an exciting city. 600 years ago, it was a hub for the international
see, can you see?
And now it's a hub
it is
for
not.
international
There is
business.
nobody who before in weak AI we had somebody to give
say.
comments and response. In strong AI, there is no comments, but it will sense according to the environment and it will keep working. So the need of AI is huge, and the students should be equipped even much more to be used on the future. Okay, how as India is growing, and India will grow even more better.
Innovation in robotic surgery.
So you can see
and
how
tools and software to increased automation of tasks during surgery. Precision surgical arms designed for proper instrument positioning and implantation during spinal surgery increase surgeon precision. Automating the bronchoscopy process avoids incisions with the insertion of flexible tubes through the body's natural openings.
So there are so many ways that AI is being used, and rightly said by Ishwar ma'am. Yeah, AI and robotics, they go hand on hand. Once it is interconnected, it is called as robotic process automation. Robotic process automation. I'll be speaking about automation within the next few minutes. And the third type of AI is a specialized AI. All right, AI where the robot needs to perform a specific task. They will not be able to perform all the tasks, but a specific task like painting. When you see this video, you'll be able to understand. Okay. Able to understand the difference between weak AI, strong AI, and specialized AI? Yes, no, answers on chat, please. After you see this video, you can, yeah, thank you, Shanti ma'am. See here, you need how many people to do the painting, right? But once it is programmed, once it is put into, here you have mechanical people to work, become civil people, all right? Different structure, the computer science, the CAD, it scans the space, measures it up. Thank you, very clear. Thank you. See how it is going to paint so fast, right? There is nobody who's interacting once it is programmed. And also when there is space in the between, it will remove, it will not paint onto the spaces. This is an example of specialized AI. As every technology is growing more and more, there is a dire need for us to equip our school kids even more at an earlier stage. Okay, this is for hotel.
Why? Oh.
They've ordered, placed order from the phone. See who's the meal delivery man. Is there any human? It's just a robot. Where AI and robot are integrated. Where AI and robot are integrated. See the milk still warm. Once they close it, it goes back. So automizing the task is where AI and a robotic comes exactly to the space and gives it back. See, these are some of the applications of AI. Okay, disinfectant robot. So when you take AI, first thing that we branch out is machine learning, deep learning. From machine learning, deep learning, predictive analytics, you can predict. Okay, when the students come to your class for the very first time, okay, is my presentation clear? You're able to see, right? Okay. Okay, when they come, you don't know to the first time when a new student comes to your school, but maybe after some time, you know what the student is good at. Okay, you'll be able to know whether the student will pass or fail or an above average student. When a program comes, right, you immediately say, starting you will not be able to know, but once you develop interacting with the students, seeing their talents, saying, oh, this student will be good for hospitality, this student will be good for comparing, or the MC, master of ceremony, so this student is good in dancing. So likewise, if you have a huge voluminous of data, you can work on with the predictive analytics, the translation, the natural language processing. Some of you would have tried about tightening mean from specialized AI. Okay. And then in NLP, how it translates. In Google Lenses, you show some words of a Japanese or Chinese. I had a slide of it. I didn't have time to show. So it will tell what word it is. For classification and clustering using natural language processing. Okay, information is teach to speech. Sometimes you can speak it out, right? How many of you tried it? Even though then typing out, you can just speak it out. And then also it can type the response. Even it comes in WhatsApp too. Speech to text, text to speech. Okay, expert system for planning, scheduling, or for robotics, as rightly said. Computer vision, where you work with the videos and images. Okay, these are some basic branch outs for, these are basic branch outs. So voice comes under this. Speech, Google voice recognition. Yes, exactly said. These are some, I'm just showing you one branch out. So how can you teach students to this? Take live examples, okay? Once the salary is at least 50,000, no, then decline this offer. Should I need to accept? The decision is, should I need to accept the job offer? Less than 50,000? No. If it is commuted more than 1 hour, Yes, decline the offer. No, offers free coffee. Yes, accept the offer, or no, you decline the offer. So likewise, you can teach, and then this is one of the mechanism algorithm called as decision tree algorithm. Before you go on to the concept, teach students with the real-time examples, okay, wherein they'll be able to understand the concept and then more. So AI learning parts, the teacher can incorporate central concepts in learning with data science. Very small, as I said, like letters, then words, then sentence. Likewise, it should be designated. I'll be also sharing about how AI curriculum could be designated, customized to the school, how it is made worldwide standardized. All right, this most of you have given that you're able to understand about weak AI, strong AI, and the specialized AI. Yesterday, when I got some of the recipient participants, this one participant has given one comment: please please inform the speaker not to use more technical words. I don't know who is it. I'm suppose I'm not, generally I don't use more technical words. I think you are able to understand something or more about AI. Every student should have an exposure to AI. Okay, that's more important. Okay, that is what, see, simple example. Do you think any task at home that is automated, immediately everybody told washing machine? Then slowly you can go into making the machine to work. And then that is how we can incorporate it into the student. Instead of teaching AI as an isolated course, no, we must integrate AI across maths, science, music, library, everything you can use AI. Okay, instead of using it as a one subject. How many of you know about STEM learning? Okay, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay, I can click this on, you can see it out. Okay, STEM learning methods. Okay, here they're given artificial intelligence resources, artificial intelligence resources. Okay, see how who are the STEM ambassadors supporting schools and colleges. You can become a STEM ambassador. STEM for, can you see, for the primary? Okay, STEM for primary students. For secondary, what is the what are the clubs? Okay, what are the early parts? Okay, primary mathematics, primary computing, primary sciences. Okay, you have Atal lab in our school, ma'am. Very good. STEM club is there in your school. Very nice. Which school, Umar Saran, sir? Okay, okay. So home teaching resources. All right. So STEM is science, technology, engineering, and management. Thank you. Yagapuram. Okay. Okay. So here in STEM, they're giving you artificial intelligence resource package. Okay, they're introducing, see, ages from 11 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to 19. Okay, and what are the subjects? Computing, cross, design, thinking. So here, this is one of the things that we need to get yourselves equipped with. According to a 2019 video by CBSE, 883 schools across the country have welcomed the idea of introducing CBSE AI curriculum. That is what I was asking you. You are from which board? Some of you said, yeah, yes, I will share the link, ma'am. Okay, I will share the link onto the chat. Okay, so 83 students. All right, they wanted the link on the chat. Okay, I hope everybody, you should have got it. Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of, you need a lot of activities for STEM. According to 2019 video by CBSE, 883 schools, okay, 883 schools have incorporated CBSE AI curriculum, CBSE AI curriculum into their courses. And some of the faculties, you were saying, yes ma'am, we are working on it properly. The next year we'll be using it. They have introduced from class 8 onwards. I will show you the next state, which is going to, this is another state in India which has started AI right from class 1. Okay, I will show to you. So over 71,000 students are 71,000 students are being benefited from the CBSE artificial intelligence curriculum. I will say the need gap analysis, the only one thing, the major thing, the faculties should be trained, equipped to deliver proper AI lectures both hands-on and lectures to the students. There is a need for all the teachers of the schools, all the teachers, or basically even certain teachers, to be trained on AI, on the use of AI and how to teach AI. So most of the CSE schools would have seen this link. How many of you have seen this link? This is the CBSE academics.nic.in web materials for how to integrate. I told it AI, it's not a separate subject to be learned. It has to be integrated to English, math, language, math, science, social, and everything. Okay, so it's getting loaded. Okay, next. What is the ideas of incorporating AI into the classroom? Students use machine learning program. You train the machine and you train a model, and it recognizes various images of various plant species. So this is this plant. So this leaf is parallel venation. This is reticulated venation. It could be papaya. It does. These all belongs to one family. Okay, these all things we studied in school long time before. Okay, this is Basie. Okay, whatever it is that. So may training, and then the students can show a plant, a leaf image. Then the machine learning algorithm could say which kind of trees plant it is, or which leaf it is. All right. So students may be interested in learning more about AI social media filters. Whatever is the media filtering that we need to take, you can take. Others, you could disable it. I always say I always say to students, I think I can share it with you. To whom we will open the doors at our home? Only we know the person. Okay, only we know the person, then only we open the doors at our home. And also we know to which limit we have to speak with them and then send them up. Same thing is with the social world also, that you want to tell to the students. We open the door, only people can let into their life. So tell the students, be very careful before accepting anything on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or whatever it is. There is social media filters are also available. AI-enabled cameras in smartphone, the smart robots, car navigation. Okay. So implements design thinking into education. This design thinking is one of the predominant. But see how Vinisha thought of something, how much charcoal is being wasted. One idea. Just one idea. See how the ideation has got into a product, and it is renowned worldwide to teach compassion and innovation, problem solving, and analyzing the past incidents in social science. This has happened. This should not happen once more again. And involve mathematics classrooms with the lessons about algorithms and data. I know, but CBSE schools, you have a maths lab, you have a science lab, you have a language lab. Yes. For every subject, almost you have different kinds of labs. So that should be incorporated. Okay, before moving on to that, I will show, I think it should open. See, how many of you have seen this? Yes, type yes. No, type in. Okay. So artificial intelligence integration across subjects. Okay, curated with support from Intel. No, okay, I will share it with you, no problem. Okay, who are the people who have worked on with it? Can you see? Government of India, Minister HRD. Okay, so India is working towards CBSE, IRS. So these are the contributors. So it's a cognitive science about the book. Okay, it's on 141 page. So how do you compete it? Creating working group, organizing 3-day workshop, developing examples, validating each end, and adding glossaries to it. Okay, identifying competent CBSE teachers with the different subjects, AI integration training. Then this is how you can have this integration document. Then you create a working group. Now that is what for an eye opener. Ratna Sagar publication had started working with this. Okay, so they have given for class 6, class 7, class 8, class 9, and class 10. For social science, how you could integrate for every class, how it could be integrated. Okay, now moving on to this. Okay, Kerala could claim the title of being the first state where IT coding was used in the curriculum of one of its school, right from class 1. I told, right, one state which started using is Kerala. Okay, right from class 1. Right from class 1, they started using this. Yeah, I will share the link. Okay, so don't worry, the link will be shared to you. Okay, so It is Dayapuram Residential School in Kattangal, Kozhikode was the first school started quoting on artificial intelligence for kids at a very young. They introduced the concepts of kid and grade 1 and artificial intelligence from grade 2 in India. So don't think it is not possible. It is possible. So artificial intelligence, it increases the comfort of humans. So next future is going to be relying on that, increasing industrial productivity, quantitative and quantitative. When you come into industry productivity, definitely there is a robot. That's a physical system, and coding is on AI works on capable of making decisions on their own. AI gives robots. I told that AI and robotics, they work together, which is called as RPA, robotic process automation. Gives robots a computer vision to navigate, sense, and calculate the reactions accordingly. Okay, so who introduced this word? John McCarthy in term the word 1950. That is what on the first diagram I showed 1950. It has got a lot of sensation. It has given life to robots to take decisions on their own. Okay, so that is what Sophia the robot was able to do. How many of you know about sustainable goal developments? Yes, no, myself and my husband, we are all promoters of sustainable goal development. There are 17 goals. I want to speak to the faculties, the principals are here, faculties are here. Whenever you conduct any program, try to nest it under some of the topics. Okay, on your science projects or social projects or language, whatever it is, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being. So our more focus is on SDG 4. Okay, SDG 4, it specifies quality education. The quality of education is more important. I always say, maybe I'm right or wrong, whatever is the student study, it depends on the teacher who's teaching them, the curriculum that is framed. I'm so happy that principals are registered to this webinar, the gender equality, responsible consumption and production. That is what she worked on with sustainable cities and communication, reducing inequalities, industry innovation, decent work, the affordable clean energy, climatic action, life below water, life on land, peace. Okay, partnership for the goal. So we also work. So United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. You know about UNESCO? UNESCO was born in the year 16 November 1943. It's a United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. I repeated, United Nations Education, where they work on education, scientific and cultural organization. AI in education. See, AI has a potential to address some of the biggest challenges in education today. Innovate teaching, and learning practices, it comes under SDG 4. SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals, it comes under 4. What is the SDG 4? It is quality education. So multiple, so UNESCO is supporting member states to potentially to achieve education 2030 agenda. Okay, AI in education. Okay, AI in education is guided by the core principles of inclusion. So AI and the future of learning, they've got a project, AI and futures of 41st session. The UNESCO of the General will follow up the recommendation of the global report. The naming is the reimagining of futures together, a social contract for education to be launched last month. It was to be launched in November 21. It has launched to implement the frameworks of Beijing consensus on AI against the backdrop. So how the technology should be between 2021 to in education, especially between 2021 to 2025. All right. What are the things they are focusing? Proposing recommendation of AI-enabled futures of learning. Can you understand? See, globally also, that's a great awakening of AI into the educational system. All right. Guidance of ethical principles, the ethical principles on the use of AI in education. All right. AI in education, that's very important. And then they are giving you the guidance how to incorporate a framework of AI competencies for school students. Okay. So it was held on 16th to 18th May, Beijing conferences. They were focusing on 5 areas of it. The first one, AI to empower teaching and teachers. The AI should be empower teachers and teaching methodology, learning and learning assessment. How are you going to assess the learning capability? It's not going to be the same for everyone. All right, development of values and skills for life and work in the AI era. AI for offered a lifelong learning opportunities for all. Okay, lifelong learning opportunities for all. So everywhere AI is empowered teaching. In my company's AI, we're developing a software so that at your own face you could see to the videos and learn technologies on basically from the scratch. Once it is done, I will be sharing it with you. And one more thing is to having a clean water and sanitization. myself and my husband, Dr. C.R. Robin, we are goodwill ambassadors for Negili Masila Tamil Nadu. So I always emphasize that wherever we give a talk onto it, you also create some awareness among students. And these Negili Masila Tamil Nadu is closely working with school students, okay, and they will be coming and conducting events for them to have to not know plastic, avoids plastic. And we have implemented in our school method, and most of them have changed their water bottles. And now there is a great, even from the state, there is a great clearance that we need to avoid plastics. And at this juncture, I want you to emphasize and share, conduct events where the students can avoid plastics, make them, it's not only a talk, make them put into practice and find which classes you are reducing the use of plastic the more, give them the most reduced plastic award for the class. Okay, so this, because the entire water, the sea, most of them it's polluted, we have to give a very good future for our students. Okay, we have to give a very good future for our students. So we are going to play a live quiz. So before that, I would like to have a recap. So we started with a few games, 2 games, and then what a teacher is more important than what he teaches. Slowly we moved on into the definition of AI and where AI has been used, okay, more, all right. And then where and all the technology could be used, what is the roadmap of it, how it is to be used, and then where are the applications that they could use it. We saw about a hotel robo, okay, you would have seen about what are the self-driving cars. We have seen 3 types of AI: a weak AI, a strong AI, and a specialized AI. So then 1 minute. Okay. Okay, hope you enjoy the session. We are going to play a quiz. We are going to see who's going to be the winner. We spoke about STAR, situation, task, action, and result. Our situation is to share the need. We have taken some task and you have all interacted. I'm so happy to have you all here. All right, and we spoke about the type of teachers and then the need of AI in classroom, the definitions, how AI could be used in education, the sector of the data science importance. All right, we played with Google Lens, how Google Lens is an AI powered technology. Okay, then we have demoed a few things about it. Yeah, everything is practical based. If it is God willing, we will have some hands-on session maybe in the future with a set of teachers who are interested in, okay, how to teach AI. Especially we can start with CBSE schools, CBSE curriculum. You can contact us and we'll be able to help you out. So VKI, Siri, Alexa, and Google. All right, and specialized AI, we saw about Sophia the robot, Sophia, and then the self-driving cars and robotics. Specialized, they do only a particular task, painting or the hotel robots. And then we saw about the branching of it, okay, how AI is be branched, what are the learning paths. We spoke about STEM learning paths, and now in CBSE school students are getting benefited. And then what are the ideas to incorporate AI into the classrooms, like to find diseases for all across all subjects. And we saw Kerala is the first state which started using right from class 1 AI technologies. Okay, it eases, and then we saw how it is integrated closely with robotics. It goes hands on hand. And then we saw about UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, how they are working with AI in education in large. The SDG goals is 4. We have seen about SDG. Kindly promote SDG at your own organizations. Okay, then we were speaking about how UNESCO has had this project of artificial intelligence and future of learning. Okay, future of learning. And then we saw about what are the comments of the project is taken, and also I emphasized on having what do I say, to reduce plastic. Okay, to reduce plastic. Okay. So now we are going to play a small game. Okay, I'll put this link onto the chat. You need not register anything. You need not register anything. Only thing is that you need to type in your name. It will take its own name. You need to type in your name. Okay, you need to type in your name. Okay, you need to type in your name and then join. I'm going to start it now. It's going to be a very, very simple question. Python is the most beautiful language to teach AI. So good, 32 of you have joined out of 174. We had 191. Okay. Are you able to see my screen now? Okay, 62. We'll wait for one or two. Okay. Don't move away. Be in that. Need not give your name. Sorry, need not register anything. Just give your name. Can we start? We have 70, 75. We have 172 people. This way we can understand.
Yeah, 172 are there.
Yeah, other 100 are there. Okay.
Yes.
100 people are there. And these are some techniques to really find how many of them are really into the virtual meeting or some of them aren't. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll start now. You don't have time. I need to complete it as given in the time. I hope you should have learned something or new about AI. Who has coined the term artificial intelligence? The answers are Sundar Pichai, John McCarthy, or Mark Zuckerberg. You can all give the correct answers, but who's going to give the fastest will be taken into consideration. This is an automized step. I'm not doing anything. See, by both answers, I'm not doing anything. Okay. Don't give the answers on chat. Come to click on the link and then come. Okay. Yeah, 70 of you have given the right answer. Okay, 70 of you have given the right answer. Let's see who's the winner onto the first round. Only one question. Yeah, it will come. Link, please. You want the link again? Okay, I'll post the link again on the chat. You can join. Okay, I posted it onto the chat. So the first is Kokila ma'am. You're always smart right from the first. And second is Karthik, Karthi or Karthik. I don't know. Arakya, Eid. Okay, Edith. I'm sorry if I'm spelling your name wrong. Let's move on to the second question for the day. Here we go. See, expect the unexpected, right? Sometimes the net is becoming very slow. I always say expect the unexpected. Yeah. Answer fast to get more points. Siri belongs to. Siri belongs to weak AI, strong AI, or specialized AI. Bashir, can you again post the link onto the chat? People are asking. Okay. Some of them are asking the link again. Can you post
yes,
it?
I'm sorry. I
posted it. Yeah. Yeah, the answer is.
Teachers, please, you can answer this. For some reason, I just answering.
Maybe I think there's some network problem. Yeah, people have answered. The answer is VKI. And again, the first place and the fastest this time. On the second round, it's a cumulative mark. Second round, it's Neha. Ma'am, fastest. Second is Kokila ma'am, and third is Edith. Let's move on to the third question. So, Siri is an example of VKI. Which of the following is an example of strong AI? Remember strong AI. Is it Siri or painting robot or Sophia robot? Be very careful. Strong AI. Yes. The answer is, we have got some time. Time's up. See, even this, it will automatically analyze and tell me how many of you have done. Okay, this is also an example of AI. It is automizing a task. The example is Sophia. Some of you are giving answers on the chat. 1 minute.
Yes, I'm right.
So 75 of you have given. See, I didn't do anything, right? This is an automated task. The specific command, it is responding. So, which is an example. And who's on the top? Let's see. Oh my God. What added the leaderboard? Okay. UNESCO full form. The time's up. United Nations. Okay, the time is up. So 80 of you have given the right answer. Let's see. So it's United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. I would have changed words simple, cooperative and all. Let's move on to the next question, the fourth question. So in this round, third round, the first place is Kokila ma'am, second is Neha ma'am, third is Ramya ma'am. Let's move on to the final question. So 97 of you have answered the last question. Nice. This is the final question which is going to define who will be the winner. Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 4. What is SDG 4? No poverty, gender equality, or education? Mm-hmm. 2 and 1. Yeah, the time is over. Let's see how many of you have answered it properly. Okay, 76 of you. Yes, I told, right? SDG 4. That is where we went into UNESCO also. They're working on SDG 4. Set. So happy. 100 of you have answered this question. Great. At least 50% are into it. Okay, so the winner of the day is Ramya ma'am. At the end, I'll give you time to speak okay, about your experience of the session, because you are the winner of today of this webinar. The second place is Neha, third ma'am, third is Kokila ma'am, Edith, and so many of you. And everybody, you are the winners. So now I'm going to ask you, it's not a quiz, it's just a question. What are the challenges you infer to include AI in the school education? I'm not asking your name. What are the challenges that you think? What are the challenges that you think? You can give your answers multiple times. I'm not asking your name. No challenges. Separate lab needed exactly. Teachers' understanding on implementation of AI across subjects. Well done. I'm just getting insights from you. The need of Python. Yes. Training. Yeah. Resources and training. That is what we are here to help you there. All right. Updation of knowledge. Trained personnels are insufficient. Trained persons, yes. I know, because I was into teaching field, I've been a professor. When I stepped out, only thing, the quality of education was making onto my mind. That is why I started this company, which is cirf.co.in. You can search it on to the net, also I can open it and show, where we basically, during this pandemic, we have trained many school teachers, more than 5,000 teachers, all right, how to use digital technologies and so much. And I am basically a data scientist. We are more into training people. Once you get trained through you, thousands and thousands of students will be getting benefited through you. If you want to organize for your school or set up schools, you want to join together to get yourselves AI according to your CBSE curriculum. How do you want to train it? We also can give you a curriculum, and that is what Ratna Sagar is also working on with that, to take AI classes to your students. Okay, it could be state board, CBSE, ICSE, IBS. For everybody, it's only A to Z is only 26 letters. All right. Okay, it's a new subject. They're struggling to adapt. How do you take it? Lab activity, hands-on activity is more important when you teach AI. Always, whenever I take workshops, I take only hands-on sessions. Needing training for teachers, we are there to help you. Updations of knowledge, practical knowledge. Yeah, that is the most greatest challenge that you are facing too. Okay, so nice to have you all today, and I hope yeah, it's an interesting session. I will share my contact details. You can share your feedbacks onto this portal. Okay, and also I will share the YouTube link of the session, which has been live streamed right now, and my entire YouTube channel also I'm sharing it. Thank you, wonderful session, useful. Yeah, and I will also present. This is my contact details, my mobile number, my mail ID, and my company's ID. Website, you can get it out. I want the teachers should be trained perfectly. Okay, spending valuable time. Thank you. Okay, now I will be handing over this session to Bashir. Okay, I thank Ratna Sagar for having invited me to this talk, and they will speaking about the curriculum and the AI publications. Thank you all. Feel free to contact me, okay, through WhatsApp or call. God bless you. We are there to help you. Thank you. Over to the organizers.
Thanks, ma'am, for enlightening us and also the teachers about like what is AI, how it can be incorporated in like in school, basically like from where it started and then how it is evolved and after the different things. The session was like more interactive. It is not like everybody knows that the 2 hours has passed by. So that is how the session went on, and then I hope the teachers also have really enjoyed this. As ma'am told, like ma'am is like she's one of the renowned persons in this field, I can say, in the entire South India, and she also is the founder and director of CIRF. And what we're also doing is, so now we also have certain books. Somebody was asking like, how is the curriculum and how can we do with it? So in Ratna Sagar, you see here, like we have variety of computer science textbooks, like where we have with AI and without AI. So we can see there is a book which is launched by us. Its name is like Artificial Intelligence and You. And apart from that, we also have variety of computer science textbooks like IT Vision, IT Hub, IT Mind, IT Framework, IT Elements, IT Matrix, IT Next, and IT First. So these are there with a combination of Win7 with the updates of Windows 10 with Office 2007 till 2016. So we have all the updates and everything has been included in this. We have a computer science book based on Linux, which is based on Ubuntu, or we have for Windows 10 and also artificial intelligence, more with Python. Apart from that, we have computer magic. So likewise, we have so much of other computer books which we have both with Ratna Sagar and all the complete things. So what we can do is, since most of people were asking us like how we can know a lot about artificial intelligence and further to have this. So you can further get in touch with us in the WhatsApp group. So we will be able to provide you the samples of the book, and then we will also share the contact person's details over there. So you can just share it, like whoever wants this type of computer books as well, we can do this. And further that, we will also help you in arranging a workshop with ma'am. So that is what the picture again, because this is like a common workshop where we had a common interaction. It's mostly like I will say it's hardly a 0.001% of what the AI is all about. So the AI is like how it can be incorporated in school education, how it should be handled, so we can complete a detailed presentation that specific to your respective schools. So that is also will be able to provide. And I'd like to thank the teachers and also the ma'am first, like because she was very busy and she told like she will be taking this training. And then apart from that, I'd like to thank teachers who are all being instrumental, and then you people like you all took time out of your working day schedule and you attended this webinar. And then as ma'am told, she also posted her link. So if you have any doubts later on, you can also go to the YouTube channel and then check it back again. And I'd like to thank our entire Ratna Sagar team, the salesperson, and the sales regional manager, Mr. Agram, and also the other team members for organizing it. And once again, thank you principals, thank you teachers, and thanks Dr.Doreen ma'am for taking and making this webinar a successful one. As we told already, if you haven't taken any computer science books, samples and everything, we have a variety of computer science books that are there with us. You can please post on whatever your queries and request to us in the WhatsApp chat, and we'll be happy to support you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. I've shared the YouTube link. You can like, comment, and subscribe. And whatever is your comments, you can give it on. Thank you all. Blessed to have a good time with you all. God bless you.